August 15th, 2020, Perth, Western Australia. At exactly 12 a.m., 38-year-old James Watson was shot dead inside his own living room. The weapon was a legally registered shotgun. The shot was fired at close range. The impact was fatal. He collapsed instantly onto the carpeted floor of the home he shared with his wife. It was the middle of 2020, a year defined by lockdowns, isolation, and rising domestic tension across the world. But inside this particular house, something far more personal had been unraveling for weeks. At 12:07 a.m., emergency services received a call from Catherine Watson. Her voice was trembling, broken by sobs. "He's not moving." Yet investigators would later note something unsettling. Between her cries, her breathing sounded controlled, measured. By 12:15 a.m., police had arrived at the Watson residence. James was found lying on his back, eyes open, a shotgun resting nearby. The living room showed clear signs of a struggle. Overturned furniture, a shattered wooden chair leg, photographs scattered across the floor and stained with blood. There was no forced entry, no broken windows, no damaged locks. Whoever pulled the trigger had been inside the house. To understand how the night ended in a fatal gunshot, investigators rewound the clock. 8 p.m. James and Catherine returned home after a tense dinner at a local restaurant. Witnesses later described their interaction as cold and distant. Around 9:15 p.m., Catherine placed a sealed envelope on the living room table. Inside were surveillance photographs taken by a private investigator she had secretly hired just a week earlier. The images showed James meeting an unidentified woman at a cafe, in a parking lot, and outside a roadside motel. Catherine had grown suspicious after noticing subtle behavioral changes.
A newly changed phone password, late night calls. Deleted messages from 9:20 p.m. to approximately 10:15 p.m. The argument intensified. James insisted the photographs were misleading. Catherine accused him of lying. The atmosphere inside the house shifted from confrontation to volatility. At 10:30 p.m., James abruptly left the house. CCTV footage later confirmed he approached a car parked along the street. His phone had been switched off, unusual for him. The conversation at the vehicle appeared heated. 10 minutes later, at 10:40 p.m., he returned inside. When investigators enhanced the footage, the license plate of the parked car was traced to Lisa, Kathleen's younger sister. The discovery altered the direction of the case entirely. After 11 p.m., neighbors reported hearing shouting and loud thuds from inside the home. Forensic examination later confirmed fresh impact marks on the walls consistent with the physical struggle. The broken chair suggested force had been used. By 11:45 p.m., the argument had reached its peak. Then came midnight. 12 a.m., a single shotgun blast. Ballistics would later confirm the trigger was pulled with deliberate pressure. The possibility of accidental discharge was effectively ruled out. Catherine's fingerprints were fresh on the weapon. James' prints were older, layered beneath blood spatter. Analysis indicated James may have been slightly bent forward, possibly kneeling or off balance when the shot was fired. Was he pleading? Was he lunging? Or was he attempting to disarm her? At 12:07 a.m., the emergency call was placed. At 12:15 a.m., police were inside. By then, the outcome was irreversible. But the deeper investigation exposed more cell tower data. Showed Lisa's phone active in the vicinity of the Watson residence between 10:20 p.m. and 11:10 p.m. A third DNA profile recovered from a bedroom door handle matched Lisa. Initially, she denied entering the house. The forensic evidence contradicted her statement. Digital extractions from James' phone revealed weeks of private communication between him and Lisa, messages suggesting secrecy and caution. She's getting suspicious. We need to be careful. The unidentified woman in the photographs was no longer a mystery. The affair theory was no longer speculation, it was personal. What began as a suspected domestic dispute evolved into a lay-in betrayal involving 3 people. Did Catherine discover not only infidelity but betrayal by her own sister? Did James call Lisa and intervene during the confrontation? Or did all 3 become entangled in a volatile moment that spiraled beyond control? Prosecutors argued the act was intentional and deliberate. Killing fueled by rage and humiliation. The defense maintained it was self-defense, a chaotic struggle that ended in tragedy. Public opinion fractured along emotional lines. Yet the timeline remains unshaken. From 8 p.m. to 12 a.m., 4 hours passed, hours filled with suspicion, confrontation, exposure, escalation, and finally a fatal decision. Midnight was not random. It was the breaking point of pressure building quietly beneath the surface of a marriage. Today, the Watson house stands silent. From the outside, it appears ordinary, quiet street. Trim lawn, closed curtains. Nothing to suggest that at exactly 12 a.m. on August 15, 2020, a single gunshot ended a life and exposed the betrayal that had been unfolding in the shadows. And the question that lingers is not just who pulled the trigger, but what truly happened in the final 60 seconds before this pull.